There are two types. One is unbranched. There are no branches on this stem. This is stem and leaves. Example is cycas. Whereas in pinus, it is branched. Pinus is branched. You can see here, pinus is branched. All right. So here in pinus, this is lower branch and upper branch. So this is again dwarf stem and okay, this is called dwarf stem on the lower branch. Example pinus. All right, Meghna. We have
Yes, sir.
discussed about this as previous class. In class, we have already discussed this. Now we are going to talk about leaves, types of leaves. Okay. So now types of leaves. Types of leaves in gymnosperms. Leaves are two types. Leaves are two types. Number one is foliage leaves. Foliage leaves and scaly leaves. Scaly leaves. Point is, foliage leaves are actually, they are photosynthetically active leaves. They can manufacture food. Those are called foliage leaves. Scaly leaves for protection. They are for protection, whereas foliage leaves for photosynthesis. Photosynthesis and some important characters also have these leaves, such as gymnosperms leaves. Gymnosperm leaves. Gymnosperm leaves have 2 points. See, one is sunken stomata. Sunken stomata. Sunken stomata. Stomata is there. Sunken stomata means it will prevent water loss. Additionally, they have cuticle on the leaf, and these leaves are needle shaped. Needle shaped leaves. All these characters helps the gymnosperms for preventing water loss. Preventing water loss. These leaves will prevent water loss. Regarding leaves, if we talk about these leaves of gymnosperms, there are two types: foliage leaves and scaly leaves. Scaly leaves for protection, foliage leaves for photosynthesis, and additionally they have some special characteristic features, such as having sunken stomata, having cuticle, and needle-shaped leaf. All these are xerophytic adaptation. Remember, these are all above characters are xerophytic adaptations. Xerophytic adaptations. So, xerophytic adaptations means gymnosperms, many gymnosperms grow in xerophytic conditions. So, in order to prevent water loss, they modified themselves like this, having sunken stomata, having cuticle, and the leaves also in some plants they are needle shaped. So this is about leaf. Rachana,
Yes, sir.
we have spoken about leaves in gymnosperms.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
yeah. So once you understand this, we'll go for what is sporophyll in gymnosperms. Here, how they reproduce, how they involve in reproduction, we will talk now. In previous sessions, we have discussed sporophyll means the leaf which have sporangium on its surface. That is called sporophyll. We have discussed in bryophyte, and we have discussed in pteridophyte in the same manner, gymnosperms also. So shall I erase it?
Yes, sir.
Rachel,
Yes, sir.
have you taken?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now the key points in gymnosperms is sporophyll. Remember, sporophyll. In previous discussions, we have already mentioned that sporophyll means leaf bearing sporangium. The reason is on its leaf surface sporangium is located. Sporangium will have spores. So obviously spores involved in reproduction. So that is the reason this is a fertile leaf. Fertile leaf. This is a fertile leaf because it is involving in reproduction. So here, reproduction in gymnosperms, if you talk, that is sexual reproduction. We must know firstly what is sporophyll, then we should know about reproduction in gymnosperms. Reproduction in gymnosperms, that is sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction. The special feature is formation of cones. Formation of cones. Formation of cones. For example, as I told you, cycas, both male cone and female cone, both male and female cones are present on only one plant body. That is in cycas. Example, cycas. Example, cycas gymnosperm, both male and female cones. What is cone? I will tell you now. Both male and female cones are located on same plant body. Understand this. If a plant have both male and female cones, okay, such cone, such plant is called monoecious. So here you have to give, this is monoecious. This is a monoecious plant, cycas. But whereas in pinus, example, in pinus, male and female cones are separately present. Male cone is on one plant, female cone is on another plant of that pinus. So this is dioecious. This you should understand first. So the important feature of gymnosperms is formation of cones. Formation of cones. Okay. Formation of cones. So now you have to understand what is meaning of cone. These are two important points. Then cone means, I will tell you. What is sporophyll? What have you understood about sporophyll? For example, this is a leaf. This is a leaf. So on the leaf, these are sporangium. So this is sporangium. Sporangium. This is leaf. Remember, here this is a leaf. So the leaf which bears sporangium is called sporophyll. So now you can understand this is called sporophyll. Sporangium. Okay now? Meghna, have you understood?
Yes, sir.
What is sporophyll?
Sporangium present on the leaf surface.
Yes, if leaf contains sporangium, that is called sporophyll. Then, Rachana,
Yes, sir.
have you understood what is meant by cone? I will tell you because I haven't explained
Yes,
about cone. If you understood about sporophyll, cone is very simple. So cone means you can define compactly arranged many sporophylls together form a cone. So simply, can I erase this lower part?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, I'll tell you now. Cone is simple, very well. See, if you understand this definition of cone, entire gymnosperm would be very, very easy. Because cones are present on plant body. Simple, you can define cone means compactly arranged. Simply, you can define cone means compactly arranged many sporophylls together is called cone. You can understand. See, I will show you like this. For example, see, now you will see here. Compactly arranged. So this is a leaf. On the leaf, these are sporangiums. Now, can we call it as a cone? But I haven't shown you very compact arrangement. But all such group is called cone. This is called cone. Because so many, here 1, 2, 3, 4 sporophylls. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So there are so many. As I have shown here, very few. But in on plant will be many. Such sporophylls together is called cone. Remember, if leaf contains Microsporangium, microsporangium, if leaf contains microsporangium, for example, if this leaf on its surface, this is a micro. Sporangiums are two types, micro and mega. So if the leaf containing microsporangium, that group is called male cone. If leaf contains microsporangium and that respective group is called, that group is called male cone. Hope you understood this.
Yes, sir.
Am I right? Yes. Yes. Now, second one, in the same manner, female cone means if leaf contains megasporangium. Simple thing. If leaf contains megasporangium instead of microsporangium, if the leaf contains megasporangium, that respective group together is called female cone. Simply, you can write in second point, if leaf contains on its surface megasporangium. Megasporangium is also called ovule. If leaf contains megasporangium and that respective group, is called which type of cone? Female cone. Hope you understood.
Yes, sir.
Simply, first, why I'm stressing these points here, because unless you understand what is sporophyll, what is cone, what is sporangium, what is microsporangium, what is megasporangium, you cannot understand gymnosperms reproduction clearly. That is the reason I'm explaining first sporophyll, then cone, and in that male cone and female cone, monoecious and dioecious. So now you please tell me whether you have understood till now or not.
Understood, sir.
Understood, right? Meghna?
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Clear? That's all. So now you imagine if I have told you cycas is a monoecious. Cycas is a monoecious plant. Okay? Monoecious plant means both male and female cone are present on same plant body. So this is a cycas plant, unbranched. Okay? This is a cycas plant. This is a stem. These are leaves. Okay now?
Yes, sir.
So here only male cone and female cones are present. For example, this is a female cone, and on the same plant body, what is this? This is male cone, this is male cone, and this is female cone. So can we call it as a monoecious plant?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. So this is called monoecious. Cone means you can imagine so many leaves are arranged compactly. So if this is a female cone means which type of sporangium is present on that particular leaf?
Megasporangium.
Yes, megasporangium is present. So many megasporangiums, that is megasporangium is present on this leaf. So such many leaves forms together compactly a cone, that is female cone. Whereas here male cone means which type of leaves will have here?
Micros.
Yes, leaf will have microsporangium on its surface. This is clear now? That's all. Now you are clear with male and female cone. Okay, and it's monoecious and dioecious plant. So whereas dioecious means pinus plant is dioecious. Dioecious means remember, one plant body will have female cone, another plant body will have male cone. For example, this is a pinus. Very tall plant, right? So on its body, one here, this is on one plant body female cone, whereas in another plant body will have this is dioecious. This is one plant, this is one plant, this is female plant, as it is having female cone, it is having male plant having male cone. Hope this is clear.
Yes, sir.
Neha, is it clear? We were discussing about sporophyll
Yes, sir.
and types of cones and sporangium.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we have discussed. So now shall I erase it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, now